Hello. So, today, I have a plan. I want to create a simulation, a very satisfying simulation, of creatures that do complex stuff, and that in turn makes more. Alright, it's kind of hard to explain. Just trust me on this. It will be good. One sec. Alright, so, let me first talk about the inspiration for this. The inspiration for this was mainly from the game Prey. If you don't know what that is, it is a game where you are, well, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but yes, Prey is a game with you stuck on a spaceship, and this species known as the Typhon, which are evolving, changing, and spreading across the facility. Now, the thing is, the Typhon are very complex organisms, and what that means is that they are very cool, very complex, and I'm very sad that I don't get a simulation of them. So, because of that, I'm making my own simulation. Now, this is going to be pretty hard. First things first, I need to think of a creature that's going to be the basis for my entire species that I want to make. Then I have to try and code and simulate. So this is going to be part one of probably a multi-part series of me trying to do this. So step one, I already actually know what creature I want to make. I have an idea for their name. Let me get it to you. Can I? I've never used this before. Bear with me. Here. The Pharaoh. Basically, pheromone, but just cut off the last 3 letters, and we have Pharaoh. So this is my species right here, the Pharaoh. Sounds like Egyptian Pharaoh. Now, the Pharaoh are going to be my species. Now, I already have a sort of design for them. It's very loose, mainly because it's going to be hard to make and actually code. But what my design is at the moment is a bulb. That's not what I'm looking for. That's somewhat of what I'm looking for, but no. Alright, so. Just gotta get the bulb curvature right. Yeah, this is gonna be so horrible to create, isn't it? Oh no. Oh. Yes! So that's good. Anyway, and that's screw details. Anyway, this is a rough draft. I can do whatever I want. So, this is... God, it's horrible. This is my first design for it. They'll also have petals. By petals, I mean, like, leaves around them. It'll look better in 3D modeling, but trust me, please, it will look better. Also, I'm gonna have, like, some cool vine twisting. This is horrible. Just want a subtle twisting vine encircling it, because it is gonna be a sort of plant-like creature made from plant. Alright, my drawing's horrible, but the main thing that you should take away from this is that this is the design of my creature. But the main thing is the behavior. That's what's really matters. So, I'm gonna get the little straight line tool, and from this, I will ascend. So, the first type of Pharaoh will be these. These guys right here. I'm gonna call them either cedars or bulbs. I don't think cedar is gonna be good. Searchers, scavengers, I don't know. But their job in the ecology is... One second. Oh, what is their job? Alright, I got it. So these will be the start of everything. We'll find a way to loop it back around to them later, like in a sort of loop thing. But anyway, so it all starts with one of these. And what will happen is, this Pharaoh will find and kill a person. The Pharaohs will be represented as circles. Real quick, just gonna... Beautiful. So, circle. One Pharaoh will find a human, which will be the square. One second. Beautiful. So, don't mind me How do I change this? No, I want to change his. How do I select? No, wait. Alright. Oh yeah, actually, this is how I do it. Great. Beautiful. So, the pharaoh will find a human. It will kill the human. Or creature. Thing. I don't know. In this case, it's gonna be... Wait, should it be humans? I don't... It's gonna be so hard to code. But this is the basis. It'll kill something. It will then put 3 seeds into it. Alright, so... finds organism. Kills it. Puts 3 seeds in dead body. So, and this is going to be how it works, right? Because it's a plant, I'm going to make it grow by seeds. And every single pharaoh, every single one of the bulbs, I'm going to call them bulbs for now. The bulbs, every single one of the bulbs will have 3 seeds. Just going to make some seeds real quick. Horrible seeds. 3 seeds. And these seeds are implanted into dead bodies to grow out of them, using the body as a fertilizer, sort of. And then, from those 3 seeds, they will become bulblings, saplings, or farrowlings. I don't know what I'm going to call them. Maybe I just won't call them anything. Maybe they'll just be baby bulbs. And they will grow very fast, and they will turn into more bulbs. 3 seeds, 3 more bulbs. The original one won't have any more seeds, meaning it won't be able to implant dead bodies with seeds, but it will kill things that it finds. And that's about it. It'll kill things that it finds, leave the bodies for other of the bulb. And this is the start. 1 second. 3 more bulbs. Great. And this is the start. Now, this is, of course, like an infinite loop. It will always go back around to the beginning. With more, they will find more bodies, and this is an exponential thing. And this on its own would be cool to watch. But there's not much complexity to it, don't you think? Like, there's only one thing. Uno. And it just makes more of itself. It's like every bacteria ever. Trying to draw a bacteria there. Never mind. So, I think we need to spice this up a little. So, a bulb. If a bulb has no seed, so, seedless bulb, we'll find a way to make this neater later. Seedless bulbs, if killing organisms, will have a chance to decide to upgrade themselves. And what that means is that they will why is the text box going deeper? They will replant themselves into the body and grow into what is it? I had a name for these already planned out. Ah, yes, a cultivator, a culturer, a culturer. Is that how you spell culture? Culture. Anyway, well, we'll spell check later. Anyway, and yeah, that's how that works. So, we gotta make another branch. There's also the cultivator, which will be a beveled square. Wait, is that beveled? Yeah, it's slightly beveled. You know what, I'll just make it a triangle. I will make it a triangle. Beautiful. A cultivator. Triangle. I'm not writing like that. Let's call this C for now. I can just use the initial of their name. Alright, anyways, never mind, I'm getting off topic. So a cultivator will be the basis for every other creature in this species ecology, in my ideas. So cultivator will, of course, look like this. This is going to be the main basis for most of the models. The cultivator will, I think, have different leaf color, like sort of bloom. It'll sort of have bloomed, I want to say, somewhat. And it can have flowers up and down it too. Or tiny bulbs. Yeah, tiny bulbs up and down it to show that it has grown and it's very different. And maybe a different color of leaves. Or maybe have actually more leaves. Like, I'll figure that out. There are options there. Anyway, so the cultivator will look the same as this, except for have some not physical, but visual differences in coloring and stuff like that. Anyway, so the cultivator, what does it do, you might ask? Well, my idea here is that it is able, actually wait, before we do that, the cultivator will make more. And the cultivator will have a seed. It'll have a regenerating seed that is able to make something that I'm going to call the growth. So, the cultivator will implant the growth seed. It has more than one. It will go around and plant them, the growth seeds, in any place it can, to be honest. Bodies, non-bodies, if there's soil and ground, it'll plant it there. And the growth will, grow. My idea for the growth is this, like, massive vine structure spanning very large areas. Not able to move, of course, but able to produce, like, flowers and all that. Like, if you imagine a building, a worn down building, like, here, let's move somewhere. How do I move my camera view? How do I, grid lines, no. Technical difficulties. I have never used this before. Gotta keep in mind. Oh, here we go. Anyway, so if you imagine that's not a good thing. I want like a bigger size. If you imagine that's no difference. Alright, let's just zoom in. We'll find a, alright, screw this. So, imagine a house covered in vines. They're like going around it, moving around it, growing with it. Horrible definition. I've spent so much time wasting on that. But anyway, that's what my idea for the growth is. It'll just grow constantly. It'll connect to other growths. And that's how it works. For the coding aspect of it, I have a good idea. Wherever it plants a seed, that'll be a node, a growth node. And I feel like I need to go to a different area for this, but I cannot. There must be a move tool. Fill. Text. Select. Select all. No. How do I move? Help me. I'm so confused. Alright, can just resize this real quick. No, that made my view bigger. What? So wait, I should have figured out how to use this before I attempted making a video about this. Just a giant thing. Alright, so we'll just do it in the folds of the others. So my idea is that there will be nodes. Alright, wherever a cultivator plants a node, wherever a cultivator plants a seed will be a node in the eyes of the program. And if there are two nodes, they will try to connect to each other in a straight line. And that is how it is going to work. And the line will be the vine. We'll texture that line as like the vine. Have it go like that. The line itself will be, of course, made up of a bunch of nodes connecting to one another through lines. I don't know how to do this yet, so I'm going to have to try and figure that out. But it's my best bet on how to do it. And if you like move it up here, it'll go like this. Yeah, I'll start with a straight line, then we'll have wavy lines following it. And like that. And if there's an obstacle in the way, like say there's a wall here, then the growth will go to that wall, and it will detect the collision of the wall, and it will move along the side of it until it is able to get to its destination. And it will move along both sides, even move over it if possible. And that is my plan. I don't know how to make this work. This is probably the hardest part about it right here. But it is my... There's the bar. It is my best bet. So now, we move on to the next thing. If we come out of our microscopic view, we will find... nightmare. Oh god. So, alright, we're gonna have to, I'm just gonna scrap this, to be honest. Never mind. The resources are being taken up. I don't know why. The eraser does nothing. Oh. Beautiful. Anyway, so we continue. And so the cultivator will plant this seed and make the growth. The growth, in general, will be a main point of the species, and the growth will create bulbs itself on the outside of the thing. Well, no, it won't. It'll create bulbs, which what's my plan for this? Along with planting the growth seed, I got an idea. So along with planting the growth seed, the cultivator will also plant a seed of a guardian. And a guardian is going to be a really super strong one. Still following the model that I outlined and then promptly destroyed earlier. And this will do that. And it'll turn into a guardian, which will stay near the thing, stay near the growth, guard the growth, and not really move past it. It's going to be very tough to defeat, very strong, very powerful, and of course just a guardian. Now how I'm going to code this is actually just pretty simple. I make it so if it gets too far away, it just will move back to the growth. The nearest growth node will be the point. And yeah, that's about it. The cultivator will, of course, also change some things as well. If a cultivator... Well, actually, I think this is enough. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, because, you know, I'm just starting this. I don't know how to do most of this, and it's going to be an experiment for me as much as everybody else. So, how about we start with just this? Alright, let's go over what we got. So, we start with what is happening. That was weird. Anyway, so we start with the circle. As are the circle will equal. Alright, one sec, just gotta hippity hoppity resize my property. Circle will equal bulbs. This eraser's so small. Alright, so circle equals bulbs. The triangle will equal the cultivator, and the square will equal an organism. I don't know what I'm going to use as the food for the creatures, but I will think of something. Equals. Alright, now with those outlined, we'll move over here to the left a bit, and we'll start. So it starts with the bulb. starts with bulb. Who will? No. Won't do that. It will be black. Start with bulb. Who, I'm going to use different line colors for color coding purposes. Kill a organism. And then it will. No. It will not do that. Actually, I got a good idea. It'll kill and implant organism. It's gonna be both. With seeds. What should be the symbol for growth? What should be the growth color? What should signify growth? Well, what should signify creation? We'll use a nice cool purple. So that's cool. So purple signifies creation, which will create 3 more bulbs. On the other hand, if a bulb is seedless, it won't. It's not gonna. If a bulb has no seed, I'm gonna show this. Wait a minute. I got a good idea. I mean, actually, this is pretty good. So, if that's too small to see, if has seed, if has seed, this happens. Alright, zoom in a bit. We have if no seed, then it has a chance. We'll use pink as chance. It has a chance to plant a. We'll use things as green as dead, like zombies, which might be actually confusing now that I think about it. Anyway, if no seed. Alright, I got a better idea. I want it to be green. I want it to be black. Can I have it black, please? Thank you. So, if no seed, random chance to. If no seed, we'll have a random chance to. Actually, it's just cut off. So. If no seed, random chance to. Seed. If no seed and random chance are do it, it will replant, which is going to be green. It'll replant and transform. If no seed, random chance to. Oh yes, so I got it now. Replant. There's a chance to replant this with itself, and then that will in turn create the triangle. Alright, we're getting close, bear with me, which is, if you go back to our key code, the cultivator. Alright, cultivator will plant. Wait a minute. Alright, the cultivator will plant seed. We'll plant seed. Wait. Yeah, anyway. Of course, it also kills human. It also kills organisms. Anyway, it will plant the seed. It'll plant growth. Now, what is the growth? We'll make it this triangle. Now, that's going to be too confusing. Ah, yes, the hexagon. I'm so confused right now, but actually not really. Wait a minute, I got a better idea. So alright, we're just gonna say it creates it. We don't need to know the specifics. So it creates this, which will be, in our key code, growth. So we'll just bippity-boppity over here. Equals growth. Of course, this has to be the highest. Alright. So, now this on its own is pretty cool. Anyway. And that's gonna be it for now, I guess. We could also technically say that this, well, also this seed will regenerate forever. Alright, now time to color code it, and we're done. So, first things first, we have this line. Where should we put our color code? Let's put our color code right below the keys, because that makes a lot of sense. So this, well, actually, let's make it a squid now. This. So we have that. We also have red. And this purplish blue. And lime. And that should be it. So, let's restate what we already said. So this is plants. Alright. Implants. Or plants seed in. Plants seed in, and there. Kills. Creates. This is replants in. Beautiful. Anyway, that's about it for the plan. We'll probably add more later. We'll have a second part to the planning session. After, of course, I do my first coding session. But that should be it for now. Thanks for watching. If you did watch, I am very grateful that you somehow made it all the way through that nightmare. And please subscribe, I guess. I don't know. Well, bye. Have a rest of your day.